The 19th of March, Rabbi Levitt, Gemora.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, I dozed off. I'm here.
Okay, so we want to go from Masif Rav Hamnuna.
Maskif. Rav Hamnuna, let's see, I see Rav Hamnuna, but I don't see the Maskif.
Masif Rav Hamnuna.
I got it. Masif Rav Hamnuna. Rav Hamnuna challenged Rav from the following Mishnah. Hashbia alav chamsha pe'amim. Let's see. He adjured him 5 times. Bain, let me just get my glasses here. Sorry, my eyes are still asleep. Let's see. Bain bifnei base din uvein shalo bifnei base din. Whether it was in court or outside of court, v'chafar alav, and he denied. Achas v'achas. Let's see, he's liable for each and every. I see. For every one of the 5 times, he's liable. So somebody I guess they're going back and forth. He's saying, did you do it? No. Swear. I swear. Did you do it? No. I swear. I don't know how they get the 5 times, but that seems to be what it's saying. He's got to pay for every one of them, whether he's in court or not. Rabbi Shimon said, "My time, but what is the reason?" Ho'il v'yachol lachazor ule hodos. Perhaps he was able to go back and to admit. Because so each time is a separate time, because he could have changed his mind and admitted. Vahacha kafetz lo meets matzitz amrat. Now, here, you cannot say that he jumped up. Let's see, the English says, you cannot say that the Mishnah deals with a case where the plaintiff jumped up and personally adjured the defendant. Hashbia alav katane, for the Mishnah states, if the plaintiff had the defendant adjured. Oh, meaning that he had the court impose the oath.
Right. So like that, we can't answer the answer that we heard previously from Rav Nachman, that in order to reconcile the view of Rav with the Mishnah in Shavuos, say, oh, here is talking about where the Bezdin did not adjure him, and there the Rav is talking about a case where the Bezdin did adjure him. That's why he doesn't have to pay after he made the shua.
Okay, chutz leveis din lo matit amrat. So you also cannot say that the Mishnah deals with a case where he swore outside of the court. Bifnei beis din katane. For the Mishnah states in court.
Yeah, actually it says Bain Bifnei Bezdin u Bain Shalo Bifnei Bezdin. So wherever it took place, even in the Bezdin, the din is true. The Mishnah is saying that he's going to be chayav.
It's called.
Okay, so that rounds out the kasha that Rav Hamnuna is asking on the view of Rav. Remember, just to remember what we're talking about over here, that Rav Huna Amar Rav said in this case with the shvua of the pikadon, where the owner of the pikadon demanded his pikadon back, and he said it was lost. It was lost.
I'll be right back.
Just looking for that case actually. We've been, oh wow, is it even on this page? Where did Rav Huna Amar Rav originally say his statement? It was on 105b. There's Rav Papa. We're not talking. We're Rav Sheshis. We're not talking about Rav Sheshis.
SITA standard.
Let's see. No, I don't think it's.
SITA standard.
Oh yeah, okay. So it's on the top of. It's pretty much towards the top. Gufa Amar Rav Huna Amar Rav. Yeah. So the case was that the plaintiff said, "Monali biyadcha, you have a mana by me. But hello, Amar ein lecha biyadi klum. I don't have anything that belongs to you in my possession." V'nishba, and he swore to it. Ubo edim, and the edim came afterwards, and presumably what their edus was that he does have the pikadon in his possession. So the witnesses are showing that his shvua was not a true shvua, but nevertheless, putter, he's going to be exempt on paying for the mana. Shenemar, like the pasuk said, "V'lo kach bala, v'lo yishalem." The owner will take the shvua, and the nishba, the one that made the shvua, will not pay. He paid him with the shvua. That was his payment. That's the way Rav understands this pasuk. So this is what we're challenging over here. This is what Rav Hamnuna is challenging over here. We see over here that we see from this Mishnah in Shavuos that in fact the one that made the shvua, he is going to be paying over here. He is going to be paying. He's going to be paying. So what was the question exactly? He's going to be paying for the shvuas that he made that were b'shekir, and we don't say that, oh, he paid him with the shvua, he doesn't have to pay. That's the basic question over here. Okay, so now we're ready for the answer. Let's see what the Gemora answers over here. Who mosif law, who meforik law? Okay, we want to call upon Alan to continue the reading. Who mosif law, who meforik law?
It's on
106A,
106.
2/3 of the way down.
One oh six A1.
106A3.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You're in 106A3 in the right column.
Right.
After the break, Rav Hamuna.
Rabbi Hamuna himself provides the answer.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Rabbi Hamuna himself provides the answer. Who Mosib law, who rake law.
Ah,
Rob Hamuna proposed the challenge, and he himself resolved it as follows. When the Mishnah states that the plaintiff had the defendant adjured either in court or with the read, Tournay is actually teaching about two separate cases. The clause had him adjured, which means that the court imposed the oath applies specifically to the case where the defendant then took the oath outside the court. Base din and the clause referred to an oath taken in court applies specifically when the plaintiff jumped up and personally adjured the defendant.
Okay, wow, this is awfully confusing. Confusing the confused ones. Okay, so maybe Rashi will clarify it for us. I thought we just got through saying that we're not talking about that he was that he jumped up, and we're not talking about how the plaintiff adjured him. Now the Gemara seems to be saying, yeah, that's the case. Let's see how Rashi explains this over here with this word litstodin. Litstodin katani. This is a technical expression over here, litstodin katani, where the Mishnah is being taught in stodin. The word side means side. So there's one side like this, one side like that. So basically, we're gonna do some. Let's see how Rashi explains it.
With studying Katani, report of those cases, so to speak, Hashpia Olav Chutzpah based in that he swore outside of based in the Afal Gav, even though the Chayav based in, even though based in would make him Chayav, a shvua of he would basically would make him chayav to give a shvua. Kaven, since the mitoch were based in ishpiu, because he was inside the chutz. Oh, because outside of based in he swore. Lo kane, it doesn't acquire it. Will be in bifnei based in, but if it's inside based in katani, It taught him lo ashpia alav, that he should swear on it.
Okay. So we have what we have here seems to be as follows. We're doing some we in other words, let's say it like this. Let's say it like this before we explain what Rashi's saying. Let's say it like this. When is the case that the shvua is going to be kona the pikadon in question, and therefore the shvua itself acquire the deposited item, and therefore the person doesn't have to pay, the shomer doesn't have to pay. He's acquired it with his shvua, and so therefore it's he doesn't have to pay. That's the dynamics over here, how it works, but only in certain situations. And we have a number of variables over here, and two of the variables that the Gemora has been working with over here are: was the shvua made as at the behest of the plaintiff without the adjuring of the bezdin to the defendant, and was it? That's one condition, and another condition was the shvua bifnei bezdin. Was the shvua in the? I guess what that means is, was it in the bezdin? And therefore the shvua was in the bezdin. That means it was before the bezdin. So those we could. Rashi says what the Gemara is saying over here is that we're going to split up those two things, even though we have condition, but we don't have the other condition. And you need, in order for the shvua to acquire and exempt the one that makes the shvua, you have both of these conditions present. So that's what Rashi says over here. With studying Katani, we're learning it in sides. That this says a shpia olav, that the bezdin adjured him, but nevertheless it was chutz lebezdin. So how could you have a situation where the bezdin adjured him, but nevertheless he did not make the shvua in front of the bezdin inside the court? Vuhu bezdin shvua, even though the bezdin obligated him to make a shvua, since at the end of the day, somehow it was outside the bezdin that they adjured him. That shvua doesn't have the koach, it doesn't have the strength to acquire the disputed object. Ubifnei bezdin diktani, and the case where we said that it was bifnei bezdin, meaning that it was before the bezdin, lo ashbia alav koi. It wasn't going on the case where the bezdin adjured him. So you have to have both things. You have to have that the bezdin adjures him, and you have to, the shvua is made in front of the bezdin. So if you have to acquire the article, and therefore the person will be chayav for making the false shvua. In other words, the pasuk that Rav Hamnuna and that Rav pasuk that Rav was talking about, that it says that the Bailim will take the shvua, and the one that made the shvua does not have to pay. That's talking about a shvua that has both of these conditions that are being met. That the bezdin was mechayev the individual to make the shvua, and so they're the ones that are adjuring him in and he makes the shvua in front of them, in front of the bezdin in the court, and like that, that's the type of shvua that the pasuk says has the koach to exempt him from the from giving back the item. Okay. Now, now the Gemora entertains another from Rava, Masev Rava, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 lines from the bottom. First word in the line is din, ubezdin kofatz, and it says Masev Rava. Okay, so who would like to read over here? Roy. Oh, Roy's not feeling 100% right now. Lou, would you like to continue the reading?
Yeah, I'm listening, that's all.
Okay, very good.
Or trying to listen. We'll see how it goes.
Okay, Chazak ve'amas. Lou, would you like to read Masev Rava? 10 lines from the bottom.
Okay, let's see, 10 lines from the bottom. Okay, we're on the next page. Masiv Rava challenged Rav Hamanuna from the following brisa. Baal Habais Shitan Tanas Ganav. If the householder who is the unpaid custodian claimed a claim of theft by a thief regarding a deposit
Ah,
that had been in his safekeeping. So in other words, the I gave my diamond ring to Plony, and I said, please watch this for me while I go on a trip. And I come back from the trip and I say, let me have my diamond ring back, please. And Plony
Yeah.
says, it was stolen,
right.
but he's lying. Really, he still has the diamond ring. Anishba, and he swears that he
Right.
said, I swear it was stolen.
Mhm.
Behodah. And then he calls me up and he says, I'm really sorry, I felt bad. I lied. Really, it wasn't stolen. I have it. So let's see. Uva'u Adim, and witnesses came. So witnesses came and they testified that we saw Plony wearing that diamond ring in the pool hall. Im ad shalo ba'u adim hoda. If he admitted before the witnesses came, okay, so on Monday I go to him and I ask him for the ring, and he said it was stolen. Tuesday he calls me up and says, no, I'm sorry, it wasn't stolen. I admit I lied. Wednesday the witnesses come and they say we saw him on Monday in the pool hall. Mishalem Keren v'chomesh v'asham. So he pays the principal and the 1/5 charge, and he brings an asham. So Plony's got a maximum situation here. Where he admitted before the witnesses came. Im mi sheba'u edim hoda. But if he admitted after the witnesses came, so now Monday, I asked for my ring back. He says, I don't have it. It was stolen. Tuesday, witnesses come and testify. We saw him in the pool hall yesterday. And Wednesday, he calls me up and he says, I want to admit that I really didn't, I really have it. It wasn't stolen. Mishalem Tashlume Kefel V'asham. He pays the twofold payment and brings in a sham. So in other words, he doesn't have to pay the fifth. He in the first case he pays the one fold payment and a fifth, and he brings in a sham. In the second case, he pays a twofold payment and brings in a sham, but he doesn't pay the fifth. So he pays more in the twofold is more than the one fold, but the fifth is missing.
Yeah, but he's also paying the double, which he didn't have to pay before. That's added.
That's what
Before
I
it was
said.
only a principal. Yeah, but it's a double. He's
Just
paying the
said,
table.
he pays more because he pays the twofold, but he doesn't pay the 1/5. So the second case, he's actually going to end up paying more because he's paying the principal plus 100%.
Right.
And in the first case, he's paying the principal plus 20%.
But that's because he admitted it. He admitted it before.
Both cases he admitted, but it's a
He
question.
admitted before
When
the
did he
testimony.
admit? If he
He admitted
admitted
before-
before or after the witnesses came,
Right.
that's the difference.
Yeah.
Vahacha chutz leves din vit kafatz lo matzis amrat. Now here, you cannot say that the brisa refers to either a case where the defendant swore outside the court or a case where the plaintiff jumped up and personally adjured him in the court. Tefel katane. Since the brisa states that if the witness has testified against him before he confessed, he is liable to the twofold payment. And this payment is assessed only when one swears falsely in court and his oath was imposed by the court. So we're throwing in some additional information here. He had to have sworn in court. Nevertheless, the brisa rules that whether he confessed or was contradicted by witnesses after swearing falsely, he must pay the principal. Now, if Rav meant to exempt the perjurer in all cases, how can you possibly reconcile his opinion with this brisa?
Right, because Rav holds that if the shvur was a bona fide full-bodied shvur, was made in the bezdin at the behest of the dayonim, so that's the shvur that is Kona acquires the item in dispute, the diamond in this case, and it wouldn't have to pay for it. That's the way Rav understands the pasuk. So over here, Rava is showing us that in this case of Toan Tanas Ganav, with the payment of kefil that he claims that it was stolen from him, wasn't just didn't say he didn't have it anymore, or he never had it, whatever it was. but he said that it was stolen from him. Here we see that he does have to pay, even though he made a shvua, and even though the shvua was made Lifnei Bezdin and Heshbiu Alav. The Bezdin was the one that was behind him to make it and adjured him accordingly. So it appears to be a challenge to Rav over here from this Brisa about Toin Tanis Ganav. So therefore, we have any Rashi over here? We have some Rashi.
You have this the im ad shelo bo edim, until witnesses came, he admitted it, Mishalim Karen the Chomesh for Asham. Below kafel, and he doesn't pay the kafel in that case. The ain Mishalim kanas al piyam smah, because you don't pay a fine if you admit it by yourself. Yeah, with his own admission, he wouldn't have to pay the kafel, the fine. The kafel is a knas, and there's no knas if you admit. And he did it before they came to.
Moda b'knas potter.
Right. But then the second case of it says that he does mishalem the kafel and the asham, ba'al alval, and this is the case where it was too late. It was after they came to Beis Din about chomesh low, because but he wouldn't pay the chomesh in that case when he pays the kafel low, the chomesh low. The chumsho, because of its chomesh alav low, is, so to speak, I guess includes kafel.
Right.
The Damrim that we said, Perek Maruba, that's the name of a Perek that we saw above. We see Bein Nishpa Bo Adim, and then came Adims, Bein Nishpa and Hoda, and whether he swore and admitted it, he would be chayiv.
Right. In other words, even in the case where in other words, we would have expected. In other words, what was the case that Rav Huna Marav spoke about? He spoke about a case where the person did not admit before the witnesses came. That was the case that Rav Huna Marav spoke about. Monali Biodcha said, "You got a money by me, and he denied it. Ein lecha biodi klum, I don't have it. Ubo edim, and witness came right after that, without a hodah, and nevertheless he's going to be putter from having to pay according to Rav. So that's what Rashi says over here. Even in the case where he where he did not admit before the witnesses came, which is the case which is similar to Amar Huna Amarav. Even in that case, we see that he is not exempt. So that's not like the way Rav explained. So right, and then just Rashi points out that the reason why he doesn't pay a chomesh is because we have a principle that when you pay kafel, you don't pay chomesh. That's what we learn in the Gemora in Meruba. Okay, now we're up to Ella Amar Rava. So now Rava himself is going to respond. What do we have to say based upon this kasha that Rava is asking on Rav from the Brisa? Ella Amar Rava, and we go to Alan to continue the reading for us, please. Are you there, Alan? Alan.
Yeah. Okay.
106A4, right-hand column, second paragraph.
Rava threatened, therefore we defines.
Yes,
Okay. Rabba therefore redefines Rob's ruling. Elor Omar Rabba, rather, Rabba said, a kol chodor, regarding any case where the defendant admits that he swore falsely, lo shanoa, Torah aid, nace, or ovad, regardless of whether he had claimed and sworn that the deposit was lost, below Shanae, Toaid, Nace, Gano, or he had claimed and sworn that it was taken by a thief, Lo, Omar Rav. Rav did not say that his oath exempts him from payment. Tahor, Kasib, Mahisa, Vador, since it's written explicitly in the Torah regarding one who confesses, the Boa, Shalom May, Karen, Becho Mesh, that he must pay the principal and the surcharge of 1/5. To'ain, Nace, Ganov, Uvohu, Aidin, Nemi, Lo, Omar Rav. Furthermore, regarding a case where the defendant claims that the deposit was taken by a thief and witnesses then come and testify that he himself took it, Rav also did not say that his oath exempt him from payment. The Tahor, Kasiv, Tash Lo May, Kefel, since it's written in the Torah that he is liable to the twofold payment, he Amar, rather, when did Rob say that a customer's oath exempts him from payment? Kagon, Shetoain, Nace, Ovad, Nispa. He said regarding a case where the custodian claims the deposit was lost and swears falsely. Below Hodor, Adim, and he does not confess, but rather witnesses come testify to his guilt. Nowhere does the Torah impose a payment upon him, and accordingly Rav interprets the verse, and the owner shall accept it, and he, defendant, shall not pay, as teaching that once the defendant has sworn, he cannot be held liable to pay.
Okay, good. And now we got 3 minutes left to read the Rashi. Ella Omar Rava.
Omar Rava says, Lo Tashnia.
Yeah, he's not going to answer, I guess, like a shnuya.
He's not answering. Will chayiv to make him chayiv. The Rav Chamuna and Rav Chamuna. Yicholoma, because he's able to say, Bein Nishpa Ubo Reidim, whether he swore and then witnesses came, or Bein Nishpa and Hodo, and whether and we're actually on the wrong line. Sorry about that. He's able. Sure, he's able to give the money back, to supposedly retract Lahodot and admit. Lav chiyuv to, he wouldn't be chayiv. According to Rav Chuna, the kaven the hoda, because he admitted it. Lo kama Rav did not say to call hoda and all his admission. Lo shana, it doesn't matter. Toain tanas banav, he made a claim that of being a thief. Unishba, and he swears. Bahoda, he admits it. Below Shana, no, it doesn't matter. Toain tanas that he made a claim of it being lost. Unishba, and then he admits it, and that should be the same ruling according to him. Lo Amar Rav the Patar. Rav wouldn't say that he's putter. Because it really isn't going to matter which claim it was, whether it was a lost claim or it was as a thief claim, as long as he's admitting it. Once he's doing the submitting, he has to pay.
Mhm. Okay. So at the end of the day, Rava appears to be reconciling Rav, the statement of Rav, with this brisa, and basically he's going to be coming out and saying that according to Rav, this case of Ton Tanis Ganav, that case of Ton Tanis Ganav, Rav did not say his din that he's going to be putter. Oh, that's what the Gemora says. We have a. Oh yeah, I see. We have more Rashis to do. Okay, we didn't really get to the Rashis that speak out the what it is that Rav himself does hold. Okay. All right, so we'll Bez Hashem, we'll continue this tomorrow.
Amen.
In the meantime, yeah, Amen is right. Bez Hashem, we'll be able to do that. And so in the meantime, everybody have a great week. A shvut tov, a good tevach, and a good day.
Thank
Take
you.
care.